see us? I see
Here
us.
we
We
are.
are there. That's Jamie.
Hi, that's Chris.
I'm Chris.
Yeah.
And we are live at 5 on Tuesdays because it's doing good in Kitsap and beyond.
Tuesday, that's right. Tuesday at 5:00.
Yeah, we are here every Tuesday except for the ones we're not,
That's right.
which will be next week because it's the 4th of July.
I know. Yeah, I can't even believe that it's already 4th of July.
I know the 4th of July is a date, but how can it ever be on a weekday?
Oh, I know, right?
Right?
That's just not wrong.
Yeah.
That's just not right. I
Yeah.
mean, that's just wrong.
I love everything about observing days, but 4th of July just seems like it should be a Friday or something like that.
Always.
You know, so you have a 3-day weekend or a 4-day week. It should be a 4-day weekend at least.
So so it is going to be a 4-day weekend this weekend because it's on, or this time because it's on a Tuesday.
Yeah. So everybody probably has Monday off, right?
Maybe it should just be one of those days that is the holiday that is a Saturday, regardless of what day it is.
Yeah, kind of like Thanksgiving's always on a Thursday.
Right.
Yeah, Halloween should always be on a Friday so the kids can go to school and they can have parties all weekend. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I think we should change that. We should. Who does that?
Who does that? Same people are probably in charge of daylight savings time, and we don't like them either.
Thinking,
Yeah.
do we have to go get an act of Congress?
Yeah, we got to do that. We got to get
Jeez.
people to talk and listen, and they don't do either of those things. So.
Okay, well, clearly that's never happening.
Yeah.
So sorry.
Yeah, it's not going to happen. So
you're stuck with 4th of July on a Tuesday.
On a Tuesday. So that's just what we're going to do, and we're going to be fine with that.
Sorry.
So, yeah.
It is beautiful outside.
It is positively, and it's going to be like this through the 4th of July.
Excellent.
Through Independence Day. So I wore a patriotic hat and stuff. And
getting ahead of yourself.
You're
always patriotic.
How do you not want to be patriotic?
That's true.
Yeah. It's our place. Let's support it. So it's gonna be nice. And so let's just talk 4th of July. Do you have family traditions? Do you have?
We really don't. I mean, I grew up in Arizona where, we went occasionally to the fairgrounds, to the rodeo arena to look at fireworks because it was, too dangerous otherwise to shoot off fireworks.
You can't throw fireworks up when it's nice.
No.
Because everything catches fire. Let's just.
True.
Yeah, imagine that. Let's give these 5-year-old kids matches, and it's a snake. It's okay. It's a little snake thing, but they'll still get burned. And they're sparklers. Nothing can happen.
Yeah. No, and then with dogs, with dogs, so we're just kind of tied down with. Anybody around us lights off fireworks, and we're just locked in.
We get Coco ready for the 4th of July by playing Saving Private Ryan and a few other that just bang, 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 boom, bomb.
Oh no, that's
so she just becomes numb to. Yeah.
We should start doing that.
Yeah, no Disney movies the week of, but everything's with a boom, boom, bang, and because you got to take care of your pups.
Well, we try the drugs.
Yeah, those don't.
We went straight to the drugs.
Did you go? Did they work?
No.
Yeah, my pup's like.
Yeah.
Or it's in her, but she doesn't.
Yeah.
I'm not drunk. Doesn't work.
Yeah. So. No, we started using the CBD oil.
Oh, okay.
It mellows them out a little bit, but not enough. Still the bangs. They just go. Yeah. They go crazy.
They go crazy. So. I love the tradition of fireworks, and I love everything about it. But I'm turning into that curmudgeon, get off my lawn about, I think there should be the public shows. The Bridge Blast was amazing,
I heard that.
And what let's just do something like that. I'm all firm. Over in Yakima County where my folks retired for a long time, they were over there. They took a 4-block section of downtown Moxie, and that was the only place in Yakima County where you could.
Oh, interesting.
And it was a huge park, and the fire department dumped as much water as they could for the 2 weeks leading up to it, and then they hung out there too because those guys, firemen, like to go boom, and they like best bonfire ever had was put on by firemen.
Yeah,
I'm just, I mean, I love you guys, but. Yeah, and then so people could go out there and throw up their stuff from sunset until sunrise on the 4th of July. And I got to tell you, it's like World War III, World War IV. And yeah, it's pretty cool. Definitely cool.
Yeah, that's incredible. So it's, there are some great shows around here.
Yes.
So there's a giant helicopter.
We got a Chinook over us right now. The double leg beater.
Wow.
Hi guys. This is live.
Yeah, there it is. Oh, two of them. Wow.
Wow, those were two Blackhawks right there.
Flying.
Sounded like one Chinook. I could hear the twin rotors, but it was two Blackhawks.
They were right over the top of that house.
They were right there.
They were low.
Yeah, we could wave and they would wave back.
Wow.
So
okay. Well, see, there's the sound of freedom.
That's the sound of freedom right there. Those guys know
Yeah.
what they're doing.
Hey, Keith Armstrong. Hey, Mom.
Hey, Mom. Hey, Keith Armstrong. Woohoo!
So, yeah. Well, it's what else have you been up to? So you got stuck in traffic for a while.
I was gonna come here early and say hi to my buddy Jamie, and they're doing some road work, and what should be a 10-minute drive, I got here in 45. So
yeah. Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Well, welcome to summer.
Yeah, welcome to the best time of year. Yeah, and I remember and this was one of the tours I took Dad out on, all the way down I-80. There was just over 1,400 miles of cones.
Oh my god!
And one-way traffic, and
nice.
and opposite this, opposite that, and it was just amazing. We thought, okay, as soon as we get out of Idaho, we're gonna be fine. As soon as we get out of Montana, Utah, it's gonna be fine. As soon as we get out of Nebraska, it'll be fine. No, they just kept doing it. And
never ends.
So the most beautiful of weather, sitting on I-80. So
hey, well, at least you're going somewhere eventually.
Yeah.
Oh, hey, yesterday was Monday. What happens on Monday nights for you?
I didn't know if you were gonna ask.
Of course, I've been dying all day to ask.
Week 8.
Week 8.
And the number one team in the league hasn't lost any matches, and that goes to show you that I haven't lost one match yet.
Wow.
We are
right
undefeated,
on, my friend.
Yeah, and it was a shamble, which is a fun name for a golf thing where the partner shoots a ball, and I shoot a ball, and then you choose which one looks better. And they even used mine once.
Wow.
Yeah, it was just there is a glorious moment. And then you play your own ball from wherever you choose.
Oh, got it.
Into the hole.
Okay.
And then either his or mine is the best score. And we won.
Right.
And we beat my attorney. And hi, Ken Cambridge. Yeah, I'll throw out a name. We beat Ken Cambridge, my attorney, and we also beat Scott Homus. Hello, Silver City Brewery, owner of Silver City.
Now they're dropping names.
No.
Loser.
And not that Homus was in buying new clubs the day of we beat him. It's just
well, that's why.
Yeah.
That's why. If his clubs had been broken in,
I'm just saying. No, he was buying new ones. I'm not gonna say that anybody. That's funny too.
It's funny.
Could have been a coincidence you were ordering them that day, but yeah. But I'm going to say I beat you, and that means that the University of Washington, the Huskies, beat the Ducks because he's a Duck. He is a
It's like a whole. So you beat him, so it's like a whole school thing.
It is.
Yeah.
Those types of things. It kind of
all rise or fall together.
Oh, without a doubt. Especially when it's a buddy and it's pow pow pow.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, I even got shushed on the green because some of my shenanigans. Yeah, but they were doing their shenanigans.
Are any of y'all shocked by that?
Yeah, shush. It was pretty good. Yeah, yeah. I got a putter thrown up against my knee, so I'll take the scar. If I'm that far under, that was good stuff.
Right on.
Yeah, strategery.
If anybody needs another for their foursome,
yes,
give Cris a call.
I got to tell you, these whole scramble, shamble, anything with the word amble, I am good in those formats. Because 150 in, I'm pretty deadly. So dropping
Right on.
putts, chipping in, that kind of stuff. So.
Well, good for you.
Yeah.
Well, I'm excited for you.
I can't believe it. You know, this is rarefied air 8 weeks in a row. It just doesn't. I mean, hello. I mean, now it's like, huh?
happened?
We're gonna lose the rest of the year. You know what I mean, or something.
No, you can't. Yes, just keep planning for that because right now you just keep killing it every time.
Yeah, playing well.
So that's amazing.
And
good for you.
My handicap is coming down. So those of you who are like, oh, he's just the guy that, no, I am working hard, and that's what I'm trying to do is work hard to get better. So
excellent.
Yeah, I take the penalties of my great skill right now and have a lower handicap. So
right on.
Yeah.
Good for you.
Woohoo.
I'm trying to
what are we trying to do?
Mom says that our video and audio are out of sync, so I'm trying to close some programs.
Just in Arizona is what we've seen. On our national map over here, Mom, it's an Arizona thing.
It's like the weather. I'm doing the weather.
And anytime you don't send out enough dates for, then your website power it starts recalculating and stuff. So
that's right. Sure, let's say that's
is that it? Yeah, because nobody else is having that problem, are you? Yeah.
I think Chris wants more dates.
Oh, I love them.
Chris wants a date with my mom.
Hello.
I'm just saying.
I don't, Susan. You're not watching right now, so is Mom right there? Ah, gee, you're gonna have to explain it to her. It's a candy, but it's a fruit that is dried and it tastes like candy.
Yeah.
Right?
It's a fruit. Yeah.
It is a fruit. So I am eating healthy, but it sure doesn't taste like I am.
Oh, yeah. There's so much sugar in those dates. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Did you eat all the ones she gave you?
Well, we cut them up and made date cookies and date bars. And Susan's pretty datey.
Excellent.
Yeah. That's one of her things that she makes at the holidays is date cookies and stuff like that.
Oh, that's good. Where did she get her dates?
Well, before she got them at Safeway, but now that we got a connection... Yeah. Now that we get them right from the source,
buy them direct.
And how inexpensive it is to travel from Arizona to here. They're almost free.
Almost, yeah. Especially when you're not the one traveling.
Yeah.
Go figure.
Yeah. Do I want to take another couple days worth of T-shirts or bring Chris a bag of dates?
Yeah, those are heavy. Yeah. Keith Armstrong says there's only one thing worse than dates, and that's applets and cotlets.
Oh, I love applets and cotlets. Remember as a kid?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that was the biggest rip-off trick and treat. Somebody drops in those applets and cotlets. You remembered that, neighbor?
What the heck? Yeah. No, Mom used to make us date cakes, and they were so rich, so yummy.
Yeah, Kashmir, Washington is where the applets and cotlets. Yeah, I did their Christmas party. Goodness sakes, back in the 90s and stuff.
Oh.
And I gave them a bad time, and they just said, we're really proud of these. I go, well, it's supposed to be funny, okay? I'm sure you're proud of them. But I'm telling you, if you get a Snickers or an applet, you're going to be upset as a kid.
That is true. That is true. It's kind of like getting fruitcake for Christmas.
They never did hire me again. So.
That's so rude. You should have brought him a fruitcake.
I should have. Yeah, I could have done that.
Yeah, you could have brought one from 5 years ago.
Oh my goodness sakes!
All the same.
Yeah.
Mom wrapped in bacon and stuffed with goat cheese.
Ooh, now that's heaven.
Mm-hmm.
Anything bacon.
Anything wrapped in bacon and stuffed with goat cheese.
And goat cheese, that just can't go wrong.
Just skip the other piece and just wrap the goat cheese in the bacon, and then why waste another vessel?
Yeah. Oh, I'm all over that.
Yeah. All right.
Okay.
I have goat cheese and bacon. You want to go inside?
I'm kind of good with all of this. This could be our shortest show ever. And I think we've got somebody in a room waiting. I'm not sure.
No, he's not here.
He's not here?
No.
Okay. Well,
he's not here. But Keith Armstrong brings up a great point that we have. So we have a total of just over 9,000 seats in the Kitsap Fair Arena, the Thunderbird Arena.
Yes.
And we have already sold more than 2,000 of them for Trace Adkins.
Oh my goodness sakes.
So
yeah.
So
that's going to be sold out in no time.
Yeah. So get on there and get your tickets. Go to kitsapfair.org.
Good.
August 27th. It's a Sunday.
Which is perfect.
Yeah. It's going to be, the weather's going to be amazing.
Yeah. The mayor's already agreed to give everybody Monday off if they go to Trace Atkins. So.
Oh, well, look at you. The mayor of what?
Well, if I said that, then we'd get in trouble. So he wants to not be that illuminated in the program and stuff.
Yeah, right.
Seeing as I roasted him here a week ago at the introduction of officers. So,
yeah.
Well,
yeah. So thank you, Keith, for that reminder. We've been yucking it up and haven't gotten down to business yet.
Yeah,
but yeah, Trace Atkins, go online, kitsapfair.org, get your tickets. And then we do have Rock in the Arena. That's going to be going on sale too. Really soon, and those tickets, they're start at like $30.
Oh, inexpensive.
So, hey, and it's free bands.
Keith, can you hear us?
You can hear us fine.
Okay, we're not. Yeah. We're just double talking in Arizona, right?
No. Mom says we're fine now.
Well, of course we are.
Yeah, we're fine. So, lots of sponsorship opportunities left too. So, if you if you want to sponsor, you know what? Here's what you can do. If you know a business that wants to get in front of, 80,000 people in one day.
Yeah.
One day. We have a and
these are active people.
People
that like to go out and do things.
Yeah, the people that are coming to the fair. Yeah. We still have, I think we only have one day left that is not sponsored.
Okay.
At this year's fair.
At the 100th anniversary of the Kitsap County Fair.
You can sponsor. It can be your day. The Chris Larson presents
Shenanigans and
Fair
more.
And Stampede on Wednesday. That could be your day.
That could be your day.
Reach out.
I'd do a commercial for you too.
Wow, how perfect is that?
Some of my commercials, I got to tell you,
they're good.
Way too much fun.
Yeah. Hey, Bill's here.
Hey, Bill.
Hold on. Let me turn him on.
Oh, we got Bill here. Okay.
Hi, Tanya. There's my coach.
Hey,
Hi,
Coach.
Tanya. Come on up.
Hey, Coach.
You're going to be in Oregon. Just come right on up. You're not that far.
Yeah, we'll write you a note.
Hey, we have a guest today where I'm going to bring him inside.
We're going to bring him in and stuff like that. Today's guest is been a long time buddy of mine and a man that I enjoy his pen. I enjoy his attributes as a writer, and also as a person that knows how to make some pretty fine beer on top of it. He's truly a Kitsap community kind of person that likes to keep people in the know, and he's got the coolest thing that he launched, and I'll let him talk about when he launched it and stuff like that. But it's the Smokestack, and he writes about entertainment, which I'm familiar with entertainment a little bit. So ladies and gentlemen, that's Bill Mickelson right there. Bill, this is Jamie.
Hey, y'all, can you hear me? Jamie, wonderful to meet you.
Yeah, I'm digging his glasses. Cool.
Yeah, man. He is cool.
He's a cool dude.
They're blue light glasses because of the computer.
I'm even so better.
I couldn't be there in person. Yeah.
No, hello to Mom and take care of family first, brother. So
yeah, we are very good. Yeah. That crisis has subsided, so we are stoked. She lost a lot of blood. I was very kind of nervous, so I kind of dropped everything and just drove overnight to get here and got here. Yeah, so we're here. We're good.
That's awesome. That's awesome.
Give her our best.
Yes,
so glad she's doing better. Thanks for coming on with us.
Yeah, thanks for coming in. And it's definitely a show that we needed to do, and just little things like how you covered the 50th anniversary of the Cloverleaf here recently, and how you spotlight and how you spin your tales, and it always feels like you're in the room with you the way you write, and I love that so much. Yeah. So tell us a bit about the Smokestack and how you launched that, my friend.
So you kind of summed it up a little bit there, Chris. Everything that you were talking about is what we're about. It's people doing stuff in your town. That could be the Cloverleaf's 50th anniversary. That could be the punk rock band from Callow that tours Europe. That could be the author who writes about beautiful things. It's there's a lot of people doing a lot of cool things in this town, and that's what Smokestack is all about.
That's awesome. So this was you and I first met, and you were writing for a local newspaper.
Yes, I was.
Yeah.
I covered a few of your things, I think. I think we covered some great Chris events because you've done so many good things, my friend.
Yeah.
You've been doing good things for so long. Big fan.
hanging out at Olympic Coffee and just spilling our beans over coffee, and they're long gone. So I want to say it was the early 2000s, wasn't it? First
It was,
time.
yeah. I got
Yeah.
I got here. Well, I got to Washington in 2005.
Okay.
So we're looking
Okay.
at 17, 18 years. Yeah.
Yeah. So, but again, I hate to say it, that the demise of good writing in and newspapers are, I've been a daily reader kind of a thing, and it
I
hurts
know.
me, and
It's been sad.
so yeah, so to find and be able to read your stuff is pretty cool. So where do we find your stuff? Where do we find you? How do we get a link to your stuff? Let's talk a little bit
Excellent.
about you a little bit. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, you can link into the smokestack, which is not just me, but you can link into the smokestack at kitsapsmokestack.org. We have a
Okay.
catalog of stories up there, as well as running calendars of events that are happening in your town. Music, art, and stuff calendars is what we
I
have.
was gonna say, by the way, your calendar is it's just so, it's got everything. I mean,
That's the heart. Yeah, it's as much as we can
gotta-
possibly. There's so much cool stuff going on in this town. As much as we can possibly put on a calendar so everybody has access to it, the better. That's the idea behind the smokestack. And then you can find the print edition. We're also a print newspaper, which may shock some people, but we started a print newspaper, and we're distributed to 100 locations across the county, from Port Orchard to Port Gamble. You can also find those online. I think we recently updated a print locations tab on our website. Otherwise, you can watch the socials, and every month when we go distribute these things across the county, every month when they're all out, we put up a ping on our socials that says, hey, smokestacks are out, here's where you can find them. It's all typewritten though, so you have to do some reading.
it is all typewritten, and it's tiny print for an old guy.
Well, we're working on the large print. Yeah, I know. Sorry.
Yeah. I'm just giving me a shot there. So
I could use the large print myself.
Yeah.
Thanks.
That's something we're
Jamie
working
has
on.
to
It's
print
kind of
out
expensive.
14-point stuff when I do MCing for her. So yeah.
The paper costs go way up, but we are working on it.
Yeah, that's awesome.
You got to have a lot of paper to do a lot of large print, so we're working on it.
No. I've got those things called reading
got
glasses.
right.
So yeah. Not afraid to use them. So
There you go. So what led you to go out on your own and kind of start your own paper?
I was just talking about this earlier. I've got a friend of mine who's actually my brother, and he was kind of grilling me on it, same question, what the hell are you doing? And I said, I don't know. It's important though, his phone, how people have those phones connected to their watches connected to their phones, and he's constantly just like checking all the things. And I was like, well, I don't know, in your world right now, man, I think maybe a print publication might be important. Just slow down a little bit. Let's slow down. Let's read about some things, let's take a second to digest before we scroll to the next thing, or scroll to the next message, or go to put out the next fire.
And to have it all in your hand so you can look back at it instead of losing the tab you were just at and all that stuff. I love it. Sure. Yeah.
I hope that people hang it on their fridge is my ultimate goal as a journalist. That's my ultimate goal.
Yeah, because your calendar is so easy to just
Yep. A lot of cool stuff happening in this town. But I was a journalist, Jamie. So I was Chris knows this, and you probably don't. I was a career journalist. That was going to be my career. I graduated from high school and had to go quickly into a career, and I found my way to print journalism. And I figured, cool. All right, this is what I'm going to do for the rest of my life. I got some kids to raise. And then that all exploded at a certain point down the road. 2008 was my year. It happened at many intervals. And yeah, that kind of went away, and I was left with okay, what now? And so I broke off and did a number of things. Initially, I went on tour with a punk rock band. That was my response. Okay, cool. If I can't write for a newspaper, I'll tour with a punk rock band and write freelance. And spoiler alert, that didn't work so well. Almost lost the house a little bit, but had to give it a shot. Saved the house through some endeavors, and then kind of went back to work and tried to find what my career was. And through a number of different odd jobs, or whatever you want to call them, I worked at restaurants, I worked at a flower shop, I worked in bars, I worked in concrete, I worked, just a number of different lawn maintenance, or whatever, whatever you got to do to pay the bills when you have kids. And then it dawned on me one day that I had written about Silver City Brewery, Scott Homus, who, congratulations on Monday, Chris. Undefeated.
Thank you. I'm
Very
glad you
cool.
heard that.
Yeah, I was listening. Yeah.
Oregon.
Congratulations.
Butt. Yeah.
So I had written about Scott and his brother, and also Don Spencer, their brewmaster. I'd written about them quite a bit when I worked for the newspapers. And I thought, I don't know, somewhere, probably on the road. When I was in a punk rock band, I did a lot of driving. And so that's a lot of thinking. Yeah. Everybody else is sleeping or drunk or whatever, and you're just driving and thinking. And I thought, well, what I really want to do is write. But newspapers are a bit out of the question, because of obviously what we've seen now. But I saw that 10 years before everybody else because I was very close to it. So I really want to write, but that's not the thing. And I can't leave this town because I have 2 kids that need to see their education through in one place was very important to me. And I remembered Silver City and writing about them and their awards. And they're a beautiful brewery that did beautiful things in this town. And so I thought, what if I turn that on its head? Maybe I could write about their beers.
Right.
And so that dawned on me. And so I knocked on their door like you do when you need a job. And, I kind of went back and finally lined up an interview with Don Spencer himself. Thank you, Don. Yeah. If you're watching or if you watch in the future, Don's a beautiful man. He's the brewmaster for Silver City for many years.
Yes, he is.
And I said, well, Don, what's this interview for? I think I could write about your beers. He kind of looked back at me. Well, I think that's kind of taken care of, but would you like to clean kegs? I thought about it for about 5 seconds and I said, hell yeah, I would, Don. Sign me up. And so I worked in craft brewing for many years. I learned how to brew at Silver City, and then I moved on to a smaller brewery in Paulsbo called Rainy Days and did some brewing there, and then learned how to be a sales manager. And I learned craft brewing from the ground up over the past decade. And then at some point, that same thought, I was a beer salesman at this point. I didn't have anybody else in the van, but I was driving a lot. And I'm thinking, I was like, what I'd really like to do is write. Yeah. And I thought, maybe I should go to the Rainy Days guy and see if I can write about his beers. But there was some more important stuff to do there. Thank you, Mike, if you're watching, or if you watch in the future. And the smokestack came back into perspective. And I thought, you know what? Why don't we give it a shot? So I called my friends. There's a group of us who started it the first time. And I said, hey, guys, why don't we give this another go? And we've been going for a year and a half. We have a year and a half of print editions monthly out now. July is coming out very soon. And it's just been amazing. It's working. So that's a long story with no exact details. You're welcome. Thanks for having me.
No, it's not. No, it's a good story on top of it because in this day and age, when you have a talent like you do, and you are very talented the way you paint pictures with words, and you really do it well. And so I'm glad that people are able to get intoxicated the way I do when I read your words. So
thank you for reading, Chris.
Yeah, you are an artist in the world of writing, and so
that's cool.
Yeah, anything I can do to keep you in the loop with people, and I'm in. So support you all day long.
It's a community enterprise. I'm just a piece of it. I make the comment a lot that I'm just the legwork. I'm just the guy that's here to make sure that it happens. To make sure it's put on paper and to make sure it gets delivered. That's my goal. Everybody else does the writing and I feel it when I need to, but the writing and the doing stuff, there's so many people doing stuff. This thing doesn't exist unless people are doing stuff in this town. It's a community thing.
Yeah. That's awesome.
What are your, do you have like a favorite thing that you like to cover, that you like to write about or really focus on in what you're doing?
Yeah, I think it's people. I think it's people doing stuff. I was the one that brought that to the table when we brought this most recent volume on. I said, look, let's just tell the story of people that are doing stuff in this town. It doesn't have to be newsmakers. It doesn't have to be celebrities. It's just the everyday people that are doing stuff. I think about people like my neighbor a lot who does beautiful things. I think about the bus driver that took me to work for so many years. That's the idea behind the thing. And I think we're getting closer to that because there are so many beautiful people within our reach. And then if you look outside of that sphere that we live in here in Kitsap, there is so many other Kitsaps across the country of all these beautiful people doing stuff, doing the best they can, making things happen, making connections with each other, doing really beautiful things. And that is my favorite thing to cover. And that's a hard one because it's very broad, but it's a lot of fun.
It sounds like Bill is the print version of Doing Good in Kitsap.
Yeah, without a doubt. Without a doubt.
Sure.
See it, promote it,
you guys
and that
rule.
kind of stuff. That's exactly it. There's all these amazing things that go on around us. And this came out of COVID, Jamie and I.
Right.
And just initially for just information and whatever we could get to people and
something to do.
And then for
Just
us,
to do
something
stuff.
to do.
Yeah. Doing stuff. It's very simple.
Yeah.
No, and there are. I mean, Cris is involved in so many things. I'm involved in so many things. And then, we're surrounded by people that are also involved in so many things. And so that's a great opportunity for us to really, just like you, feature people who are doing good things in their community. And they're not looking for publicity. They're not looking for accolades.
Nope.
They're not looking for anything more than to just make a difference.
They're just doing things. Yeah, doing stuff. That's the idea. Absolutely. Guys, do you have a monologue you could go into? My dad's calling right now. I want to check in on my mom. I hate to do this to you. Is that okay if I answer?
I'll turn you off.
Answer real quick. I'll be
turn
right
you
back.
off. Yeah, you're muted.
Okay.
Wow.
Yeah.
Well, I wasn't expecting this.
Busy times.
Yeah.
Busy times.
Take care of family first, right?
No, you know what? It's absolutely 100%. Well, and I have not heard of the smokestack, so I'm super excited to go try to find that.
Now you'll see it, and their last issue just covered the 50th anniversary of the Cloverleaf, which we're going to have the brothers on next week or
week
2
after.
weeks.
Yeah,
2 weeks. And they've got a lot of things they're rolling out for the 50th anniversary, and Bill interviewed me for that, and I go, this was a month or two ago. I go, we got to have you on the show soon, and so we were finally able to get him on. So
cool. Well, and as long as the Cloverleaf doesn't change their chicken wings,
no,
I'm good.
No, yeah, they had somebody go, hey, we'd like to introduce a new kind of pizza at the Cloverleaf's. Like, no, they're like, no, that's not gonna happen.
No, they're not willing to even add a new pizza.
No, because they
have pretty good pizza.
Change the dough and do all.
That's not necessary. That's silly.
I mean, toppings you can do whatever. But yeah, let's not change our recipes.
Yeah,
never change the dough. Ever, never change the dough.
Ever,
Thank you for
the way crunchy's on the side. I just. Yang.
Do you think if I suggested to them, because my favorite pizza, and thank you, Bill, for coming back, and I hope Mom's okay. My favorite pizza ever was at Romeo's Pizza in Seattle.
Romeo's,
remember that?
Oh,
Romeo's Pizza in Seattle, and then Romeo shut down, and then they had it at Cabela's. They still do at Cabela's in Edmonds.
Edmonds, yeah.
With roasted garlic.
Oh, I'm in.
And goat cheese.
Oh, I'm in.
Ooh.
It's to die
for.
Yeah. Scott sleeps in the other room after I eat that.
Well, yeah.
Yeah. Do you think they'd make one of those?
I think that wouldn't be a problem. I'm sure we could figure that out.
I have a Cabela's menu. Maybe I can just hand it to them and say, could you just make this for me?
Yeah. Yeah.
I'd visit. I would get.
Well, they're always looking for a pizza of the month with different recipes.
Yeah.
Changes every month. Beautiful thing.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
No, I'm going to suggest that. And then I'd be there all the time, and I'd have to give up my chicken wings for the garlic and goat cheese pizza.
Ooh.
It's always a sacrifice. Everything in life is a sacrifice.
That is true. That is true. So, you start. I was a journalist too. Out of
that's what Cris said. Yeah, awesome.
So, so I kind of went instead of the print path, I went the television path, radio, and then television.
Yeah.
And so yeah, good time. So
Very cool.
what do you think really drove you into that? Because you got to be a little bit off your rocker, I think, to get hardcore into journalism. And my journalist friends understand. I'm same. I'm there with you. High five.
You stole the answer. You stole the answer. You know what happened. Oh yeah, that sounds like a good idea. And then, whoops, I really love this. This is very important. And people at dinner parties are just like, okay,
Yeah,
no,
cool.
I don't know. It was a creature of necessity in my world. Like I had mentioned, I had to find a career early on, before college and all that. The necessity of finding a career and finding a stable income and means to provide income and benefit for a family came early on me. But I still really wanted to do something that I love to do. And so I bounced around just like I did in between. But somehow ended up in, you know what? I think I want to write. I don't know if I'm a writer, but I think I want to write. And so I went down to my local newspaper where I grew up. I was 17, 18 at the time. And said, I think I'd like to be your sports writer. And the office lady was like, what? Would you like to deliver papers? Do you need an application? And me, overconfident 18-year-old was like, no, I think I want to be a sports writer. If you could just, whoever I need to talk to about that.
Yeah. Wow.
Wouldn't you
How
know?
old were you then? That's awesome.
I was 17 or 18. Yeah, I was very young. I was just out of high school, or very late in high school. Yeah, and so that was my leverage. What's that?
Did you get the gig?
I got the gig. Yeah, that was my leverage. I said, well, you know what, editor?
Yeah.
Here's my resume, and here's my clips were like high school papers or the biography that I'd written for my own band.
Nice.
He looked at him and kind of gave me that dawn look. Well, I think we got this taken care of. And I said, no, wait. I was just in high school. I can write your sports paper because I know all the coaches. This is going to be a breeze. And it just so happened they were in a lurch. Their current sports writer had come from out of town, and he was leaving on short notice. And it just so happened that same day that I went in to say, I think I'm going to be a sports writer, the sports writer had put in his 2 weeks notice to go teach English in China,
Wow.
So I was like,
that's cool. That's kind of how I got my first TV job. So I'd been working at a radio station in Wickenburg, Arizona, keeping country in Wickenburg, the dude ranch capital of the world.
Yeah, beautiful country out there. Yeah,
it is, absolutely. And so they were opening a brand new TV station in Yuma. And so I went in, and I'd gone to broadcasting school, but for whatever that's worth.
Yeah.
And so I
whatever that's worth. Did a lot of partying, sure. Yeah, no, we know what that means.
No, it was the Ron Bailey School of Broadcasting. Look it up.
Look at that. Wow.
Look it up.
That's
right. Yeah. I think he died in prison or something.
Yeah.
Anyway, so I went into this TV station, and they said, well, what experience do you have? It's like, well, I went to broadcasting school, and I've worked in radio for a year. And my uncle is the fire chief. My cousin's husband is a battalion chief. My best friends work at the police department. My grandparents own the most popular restaurant in town. My mom and dad both grew up here. So they're like, okay, you're hired. So
yeah.
it's like, and everybody else was from out of the area. So
talking about a name dropper.
No, hey,
I'm telling you, your house is going to burn down. We're not going to let you go to dinner ever again if you don't hire me.
Well,
but I mean, no big deal. The choice is yours.
And nobody gets arrested.
Well, no, it wasn't so much about that. But when you're working in a TV station, you need the fire department and the police department to answer your questions. And you need to know who all the business owners are. And
you have to know the people.
Absolutely.
You have to know the community, which comes back to exactly the same thing we're talking about right now. as
Yes.
I guess we could call it former journalists. The most important thing is community. The community
really
connections are everything, and we're all in this together. And if we can amplify all of our voices in a good way, not in a bad way, but just kind of,
yes.
It comes back to community every time.
Yeah.
Yeah, agreed. No, it makes all the difference in the world. And so when you're, in a town where everybody and all the great things people are doing, and you hook up with people like Chris Larson,
I know
knows
him.
everybody and what everybody's doing.
I could be Chris.
Powerful.
Yes, you could. Twin brothers of a different mother. I'll go with that.
All right. Yeah, I can see that.
Yeah.
I can see it. Cool. Well, so tell us again where to find your paper.
Okay, you can find it at 100 locations. This is the most fun way to find it. You can find it there. It's distributed to 100 locations in Kitsap County every month on the first Friday of the month. We have Port Orchard, we have Gorst, we have Bremerton, we have West Bremerton, East Bremerton, Chico, Silverdale, Paulsbo, Bainbridge, Kingston, Port Gamble.
Wow.
Yeah, that's gone.
Is it like
anyway? You can find it.
A holder or like in a store?
Nope. We just we walk in and we drop it on the coffee counter or the bar top or the front table, and find it if you can while copies last. You can also go online at kitsapsmokestack.org, but that's not as fun.
Well, it says the smokestack on it.
Oh, that must not be it.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
All right. And then online. Tell me again, online.
Well, if I told you that, I'd have to kill you.
Love it.
Kitsapsmokestack.org is where we compile everything from the print, goes up on the internet. It's a print-driven website, so it's just copies of everything that's on print. Goes at kitsapsmokestack.org.
Awesome.
Typing it
awesome.
In. Yes. Can you read those stories? I have to. Mom's up and she's going to have dinner. Is it okay if I split?
Why don't you get the heck out of here? But more than anything, Bill, thanks for playing with us today. Thanks for coming on, and my best to family right now. Okay.
I wish I could be there in person. We kind of planned this in a different way, but I'm glad we could still make it happen because I'm very happy to be here.
Yeah. Awesome. Cool. Take care. Good to have you, Bill.
Thanks. Bye.
Thank you all.
Bye-bye.
Keep doing good things in Kitsap and beyond. Okay.
There we go. Thanks, brother.
Okay. Bye.
Wow.
All right. Well, that was fun.
That is fun, isn't it?
Yeah, that was super fun.
I love somebody that's got energy and is talented, and he's just going for it in a time where everybody told him, don't do it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And to me, I love the written word. I love to read, and to be able to pick something up and be tactile with it and go through and then learn something else that's going on in our little area here, our backyard.
That's
and
cool.
So go out and find it, click on it, and support it. So support local.
Yeah, I didn't know anything about it, so I learned something new. Okay, so hey, before we wrap up, Scott Jensen said to mention Joel Gibson Jr.
Oh,
there's Coco. Hi, Coco.
Is she in the? Coco came to the set today, and she's enjoying this. So
July 21st. Joel Gibson Jr. here at the Jensen Bowl. So we'll post more information about that.
That's awesome.
And then August 4th. So just put these things on your calendar. July 21st.
Yes.
August 4th.
Yes.
That is the Bootlegs. Joey Dean and the Bootlegs will be here. So July 21st is a benefit for Camp Rise, which is a 4-day summer camp for kids who were victims of domestic and sexual abuse.
Let's support that all day.
It's all free, and you just bring a donation and stick it in the bucket, and all the money goes right to it. Last year we raised about $12,000 for 4 charities. Isn't that cool?
That's so heavenly.
So August 4th is to benefit the Alive Shelter.
Nice.
So
nice.
And then September 9th, Sway, and that one is to benefit Shop with the Cop.
I love it. So come out.
Yeah, it's gonna be fun.
Yeah, come support those things. And if you want to laugh this weekend, the Cloverleaf, which is celebrating its 50th anniversary, we're raising some money for Kitsap's dance teams, And so this Friday night, Cloverleaf, I've got Mick Taylor, who he doesn't tour the Northwest that often, but I've got him coming in,
Cool.
longtime buddy, and Quinn Fitzgerald. So if you just want to come out and support and not buy any raffle tickets, you can still do that. You can just go to the show, and
Awesome.
or you can win a wheelbarrow full of booze for $1. You know what I mean?
What time do I show up?
Yeah, 7 o'clock.
That's
7
awesome.
o'clock. So
Shop with a Cop, August 18th.
coming right up.
Get your tickets. Yeah, we've got a lot of we've got almost 200 tickets sold.
Oh,
for Kitsap Shop with a Cop. So go online, Facebook, facebook.com/shop with a cop, Kitsap Shop with a Cop.
Come out and play with us. You'll have just such a great night. Damon Stritter out of Canada is coming down, award-winning comedian with 20 TV specials under his belt.
Awesome.
And if you click on him, you'll just laugh. You know, I mean, find any of his YouTube sites, and he's just a funny guy.
Awesome.
So we get him. And I'm going to pick on him, and we're going to play golf too. So, USA versus Canada the day before. So,
can you play the day after in case he loses and he's in a grumpy mood?
No, he's going to be in a grumpy mood no matter what, because I'm going to throw him under the bus a little bit at that show and light him up a little bit. So,
great.
Yeah, see if we can get his papers revoked, and there's enough cops in the room.
Didn't that already happen?
I'm just saying, there's enough. Yes, it did. Yes, it did on him. Oh my goodness sakes, Canada.
Yeah.
Shame on them.
Oh, Canada.
Oh my goodness.
Oh, Canada. All right. So lots of dates coming up. Kitsap Shop with a Cop on Facebook. We're posting all of the auction items. There's some good stuff.
Get your Trace Adkins tickets.
Get your Trace Adkins tickets. Yeah, we're selling Africa, Bali, and Italy again at the Shop with a Cop auction. If you want to go on a trip, buy it for charity. And
I just have to reiterate this: just because your wife wants to go to Africa and you want to go to Bali, you got to go on the same trip.
Buy both.
So get two of them.
Yeah, get two. Get two.
Just saying.
So it's for charity.
It's charitable.
It's all for charity.
It is awesome.
All right.
Do some good out there. Have a great 4th of July, Independence Day.
Be safe.
Be safe with people. Make the good potato salads and burn some great things on the barbecue and grill away. God bless America.
Absolutely.
God bless you. God bless you guys for tuning in to us.
Yeah.
And Bill, take care of your family. So
thanks for watching. Bye,
thanks
everybody.
for watching. Do some good.